Talk 1580. We've got your black.
But they changed the name of the channel when Joe got arrested. They don't typically change the people are like, not boss. Gil's deal was up with them next summer, 2026. He launched 2 other YouTube channels.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha.
He's fine.
Let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
They don't know. What up, Brian? Hey. Hey. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for me, please. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Yeah.
Don't ever allow a man to think that you are play and her faceable. If a man ever tries to do that, you better show that man that he's replaceable. Next, please. Every time a man act like he can't be consistent. Next, please. Every time a man go ghost on you, hop in and out, in and out, in and out of your life. Next, please. Every time a man try to breadcrumb you, give you little morsels of attention when you know you need commitment. Next, please. Quit allowing these men to think that the best you're going to accept is a man that's halfway there. Either you inside or you outside. But you allow this man to double dutch on your feelings, on your heart, your mind and your soul. What I'm trying to say is, you are too good for a man to be playing in your face. Here you are. You know you deserve a king. But you entertaining that joker? You allowing this man to use your heart, your time, your energy as recreation? So it's up to you to show that man that your face ain't play winnable. That your time ain't wastable. That your heart ain't spoilable. That your standards ain't settleable. Stop being a bow for a man that ain't able. That's your problem. You too notable for him. You too valuable for him. You too vulnerable for him. Stop being play and your faceable to a man that ain't able.
See, it's times, it's times like this that I wish I was on Sirius XM so I could just start cussing. The brother's name is Ace Metaphor. I just had to breathe a little bit. This is KBLA Talk 1580. This is terrestrial radio, Los Angeles, California. You already know what it is, man. This is the most progressive radio station, black radio, talk radio station, west of the Mississippi. So listen, I gotta breathe, okay? I gotta breathe, okay? I want to cuss him out. See, here's the part that offends me about that kind of rhetoric. Because it's flattering to women, many women are not keen enough to see that that is not, I'm going to use what he was using. This, you know, play in your faceable, okay? See, many women, because, I mean, a lot of people been hurt, a lot of people been wounded, they're looking for a good word, okay? So many people, many women will hear what he's saying and he will gain a huge following because he's placating, right? That wasn't wisdom. That was hisdom. That was his version of dumb. I'm sorry. Wisdom equals presence versus hisdom equals control and desired outcome. Listen, many people have shifted their narrative to fit a certain demographic. You know who did it? In a genius way? Come on, man. He's a legend. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He rated women 5s. He's a legend out here in these streets for broken, wounded men. He's a legend. Kevin Samuels. Initially, he was telling men how to dress and what cologne to wear and how to match your pocket square with your tie. And, come on, initially.
He was just as hard on the men.
But then he flipped it. And when he flipped it, he became an international sensation. So sometimes we have to be careful. Even big corporations, right? Big industries do the same thing. The publishing industry. Listen, they cater to female or women readers, right? You can't write nothing Kevin Samuel-ish unless you got a certified, guaranteed 5 or 6 million followers that'll make that book a #1 bestseller. Just tonight's topic, we're going to get into it. That clip just triggered me. The reason why I'm doing this topic tonight is because I'm having a conversation in the cigar lounge. And people think their experiences make them wise. No, it makes you knowledgeable, right? It makes you knowledgeable of certain situations. People think their relationship experiences make them wise about relationships. Well, for the most part, most people who are wounded can't be wise. They can be hypervigilant, and sometimes hypervigilance gets contextualized as wisdom, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Wisdom versus hisdom. A radical exploration that seeks to reveal that every successful ideological construct we have as humans is not an absolute truth, but merely a work in progress. There is no absolute truth. We are working bit by bit to understand our place in this reality, right? A deeper exploration into the concept of why the unknown could potentially contain more information than the known. This is how we grow. This is how we evolve, right? I heard Iyanla Vanzant once say, when you're uncomfortable, that means you're at the end of what you know. I'm sitting here talking to folk who know so much about everything. Know everything. But yet, have not reached the pinnacle of existence. Now, the pinnacle of existence, some might think, is wealth. But let's go deeper. Carl Jung said the pinnacle of existence might be what it looks like after one individuates. In other words, after one becomes a whole self. Right? That's what individuation actually means. You becoming the whole, real you. You got men out there who lean on the gender role, right? I want to hear from all of the men out there who think they can control the situation with money. You got men who lean on the gender role. Hey, if I do this and if I do that, I am owed this, and that. That's hisdom. That's not wisdom. Do you know you could pay for everything and not be present, and that be the impetus for why she cheats? Right? You represent a tent, a safe space. But do you hear what I'm saying? We are a civilization addicted to prediction, right? Anxiously scripting futures to avoid feeling the immediacy of now. Control, once a survival mechanism, has metastasized into our collective religion. It masquerades as responsibility, discipline, right, and progress. Yet its secret sacrament is fear. The nervous system bows to certainty the way ancient tribes bowed to thunder, terrified of what the unknown might reveal about their own impotence. In tonight's episodic ontology, hisdom is not merely patriarchy, it's the masculine compulsion to domesticate chaos, right? Or uncertainty, to intellectualize mystery until it stops breathing. Presence, by contrast, is insurgent. It requires the demolition of the cognitive empire that colonized our perception. Again, Krishnamurti, back in here with us. He calls it choiceless awareness, the moment in which the mind ceases to seek safety through definition, right? Presence demands that we meet experience. Do you see? How many of you guys really want to have a real relationship finally? Right? To have a real one. Right? Without trying to control. Why do we control? Brothers? Brothers, do you need to be in control of your woman? Now, I know there's a brother listening right now who might call in. And he had a list of women that said he was controlling. This is why I cultivated this topic, because I thought about it when I was in the lounge. Presence demands that we meet experience without anesthetic, to let the body remember that wisdom is not learned, it is felt. The DSM can diagnose control as obsession. Philosophy can call it determinism. And theology can mistake it for providence. Yet beneath every taxonomy hums the same trauma frequency, fear of dissolution. That's what the ego is afraid of. We want to remain intact even when the very idea of intact is the cage. Clinically, control is an elaborate form of disassociation. It replaces somatic truth with cognitive choreography, right? Spreadsheets for intimacy, strategies for love, rituals for spontaneity. The traumatized psyche confuses management with meaning. Attachment science shows us that when the infant's cries meets inconsistency, the adult learns to curate instead of connecting. The nervous system builds walls and calls them wisdom, not as hisdom. That's his perspective. That's his experience. It's not wisdom. Wisdom is universal. Wisdom is presence-based. Hisdom is fear-based. Do you see? Dr. David R. Hawkins calibrates and exposes the illusion here. Fear vibrates very low. Surrender vibrates higher, very high even. But not surrender out of fear. Surrendering out of understanding. That's a totally different type of surrender. Every grasping thought lowers the frequency. Every breath of allowance lifts it. Anthropologically speaking, our species evolved inside uncertainty. Every early shaman knew how to navigate the unknown through symbol, not through control. Do you see? Tonight, we're going to delve into the meaning of wisdom in our intimate relationships versus hisdom. Those who use hisdom use control to maintain some level of certainty. Those who use wisdom use presence. Being present, even in an uncomfortable, dissatisfying, disappointing moment. When we come forward, the voice of reason, we're going to open up the phone lines. I need to talk to my brothers and my sisters tonight. Are you operating in wisdom or hisdom? When we come forward, the VOR going to keep cooking. All right, y'all got to call in. I'm ready to talk to y'all. Y'all calling in? Get to your phone lines. 1-800-920-1580. Call your brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Andy, you got calls? One 800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. That shit is crazy. Come on, Victory Bible Church. I remember Victory Bible Church. No, I was just listening to that. Victory Bible Church. I remember Victory Bible Church. You guys understand the topic? LOL, all right, Snoop, what y'all talking about? Oh, sensual seduction. What up, Tapped In? That's my sister right there. I need some Tapped In to call in. Because I know you got that sermon, that food for thought on wisdom. Trying to give Eric some time to formulate his lie. I'm listening to y'all.
The average woman that's on my page right now, when I talk about, hey, keep your options open if you're not exclusively dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? Vet multiple men at the same time. Go to coffee here, go to here. You ain't got to sleep with them, but if you single, be single. If you say that, there's women even internalize, I can't do that. That'll make you a hoe. No, for sure it will. How? Because you can't I look at guys through my lens. Mm-hmm. I know that there's guys that's out there that look at relationships and just perspectives like me. You're not about to sit up here and be going to coffee dates and other dates with multiple versions of Cam and ain't nobody gonna want nothing out of it. Like I said this before, I don't kiss the cuddle. Like, I'm not going on dates just to be able to say I'm actively dating. I'm going on dates to score. I'm not trying to get friend zone, bro. I'm trying to get in the end zone, bro. If you understand, is that a projection then, right? So like now it's saying, okay, because this is how I operate as a man, I'm now projecting how I think all those other men are operating. And now I'm uncomfortable with you exploring your options as a woman and picking the best suitors. Because here's the thing. Cam, there's some people that might be the best suitor on paper. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money that turn out to be lame as or can't be monogamous or whatever the case may be. So on paper, yeah, I'm out here with this particular person, but this dude that work at Louis' janitorial service, intended for you. Yeah, like and so I only know that through vetting multiple people. And then here's the thing, even if we're gonna be honest about it, that better suits that man. Because how many women are unhappy in relationships because they only dated one at a time? So you are de facto the man she settled for because there was nothing to compare it to during the dating process. Right. So
hey, listen, hisdom. That's hisdom. You hear a couple of things you agree with, you be like, yeah, that was all right. That's hisdom. Listen, man, broken people, insecure people, remember, attachment theory, right? These children that have insecure attachment styles learned how to strategize and manipulate in order to get from their parents what their parents probably wasn't willing to give or didn't have the capacity to give. They learned how to manipulate to get what they want. This is why I'm doing it. Wisdom versus hisdom. Relationship is the university of you, and there's a tremendous amount of self-wisdom in the environment of intimate relationship. You can learn a great deal about yourself. However, if you're unhealed, it certainly can be argued that when a person who has not yet begun or who has permanently aborted the Jungian journey, Carl Jung, the journey of individuation, the process by which the consciousness or the conscious self and the unconscious psyche integrate into a coherent self, control becomes the ego's counterfeit of unity. Do you understand? That's what happens. It becomes the ego's counterfeit of unity. The unindividuated self as a mechanistic romantic tyrant. A manipulative, mechanistic romantic tyrant. Carl Jung, 1959, warned that the unindividuated psyche mistakes the ego for the self and thereby externalizes its internal governance onto others. Ladies, how many of you have dated a broken man and he tried to micromanage through microaggressions to try to control you. And I'm not saying women don't do it either. There are men who've experienced that coming from women too. Do you see? Are you listening to what this man just said on the clip? He's just out for sex. And that's fine. I get it. Go get it. That's fine. But be honest in your pursuit of it. If that's all you want, say that from the jump. Don't go the manipulative route. Take the L that's coming. Don't do the magic trick. You know how many women got played by dudes faking to be interested, faking to be invested, and then the woman opens up and then he scores. Remember what he said? I'm not trying to get in the friend zone. I'm trying to get in the end zone. He did say that, right? How many men are dissatisfied after they scored a touchdown? Come on. Are we going to have a conversation or not? When we come forward, the voice of reason is opening up the phone lines. Get in here. Oh, now y'all quiet. Now don't nobody want to talk. Now don't nobody want to talk. They scared.
Because the women don't want the straightforwardness. They want the lie.
Ooh.
They want the lovey-dovey flowers and all other type of stuff. If I said y'all want to fuck, it's gonna be taken as disrespect. You're not gonna want that, but you want me to take you out on a date, roll you out on a red
But
carpet.
you can't say that shit like old dog, Andy.
Well, so what?
You Andy in the liquor store like, hey, give up the motherfucking cash register, bitch.
Listen to you. What I'm getting is, I know I'm being extreme with it.
I hear
I'm
you.
being extreme, but if I just say, yeah, I want to take you out on a date, but before you get any other, your hopes up or anything, I just want to have sex with you. This is the reason why I want to take you out on a date.
I'm hella sexually attracted to you.
But do women want to hear that though? I mean, they want
Ladies,
to.
do y'all want to hear that?
They want to, but if we say it like that, it's he came at me a little bit too strong and all. You're supposed to come up with a little bit of, I don't know what the word is, but just some suavemente-ness or whatnot.
Suavemente, I love it.
It's like it's indicative of the music right now, right? What T-Fly said, I'm gonna give you this dick, right? Y'all don't want to hear that though. Y'all want me to be in a 3-piece suit with some flowers and chocolate over here about doo-wah.
Andy said he not singing the doo-wop. Y'all calling or no? Y'all should be calling right now. If you really that jigga, tell the truth. Come on, Attila, get in here. I like jigga. If you really that jigga, tell the truth. Attila, you should call in and say that. Andy full of shite. And I don't want to take Sean first. Come on, y'all get on your phone line. Shit, I got homework like a motherfucker. Tell the truth in a slick way? Yeah. Hey, listen, that's one of the most... Listen, the Bay Area is one of the most complex places in America. You get the Panthers and pimping. He said, tell the truth in a slick way. The Bay Area, when I tell you the Bay Area is one of the most diversified little spaces. Hey, man, do I need to go? Hey, whoever was calling, call back. I'll go answer the phone. Y'all know Andy be in there during the breaks. Call right back. I'll go answer the phone myself. I'm going to go answer it. Oh, here come Andy right now. Don't hang up. Y'all should call in. Let's go. Y'all calling or no? Hey, what up, Jacob Banks? Respect, famo. No, you can't cuss. You know that. Tell them what they want to hear. 365 out of the year, you know what I mean? Come on. Ooh. We wildin'. We are wildin' right now. Oh, here we go. Hey, listen. These damn clips got me going. Thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate it. Ooh. Attila, if you don't get on here and talk real, because you real spicy right now. You real spicy right now in the chat. I need the same spice level. I need the spice level at the same. I'm on here.
you at the cost of herself. Don't be surprised when she finally chooses herself at the cost of you, because it's your fault that you thought she would keep choosing your unpredictability over her peace. She just wanted to be your safe haven, but you thought you could treat her like your little safety net until she unraveled every thread of your delusion by distancing herself. And you might think that's her playing hard to get, but she ain't playing. Why are you still talking? The reality of her being the one that you regret taking for granted. And now the woman that you neglected has become the woman you...
Wait, pause. God ain't pleased. I smell something who is that talking?
Who it sound like?
It's
Derek Jackson.
That's Derek Jackson? This is the perfect example of hisdom. Placating to the audience. Oh my God. And you get pulled in because it's a little articulate. It's making a little bit of sense. Nah, I'm just listening. I'm like, hey, yeah, because you know what? You interrupted her piece. And you know what else? Bob Marley said, don't love a woman unless you really want to do it. And then you get caught up in it. Don't let your wounds, man, just be like, yeah, that's a good message. You need to understand a lot of times guys are saying things in a manipulative way to get what they want, right? We learn that early. Don't talk so much. Don't share so much of your emotions.
Disney Channel taught me.
Andy just said the Disney Channel taught him. Keep them talking, because women like to talk. Keep asking questions. On his spirit walk, where he's trying to excavate internal wisdom, right? Where he's trying to understand who and what he is fundamentally, right? You're going to get a mechanistic, romantic tyrant that's going to follow the rules of society that says, if I open the door, if I pay for everything, if I do everything, you lose agency to me. The unindividuated self as a mechanistic tyrant. I'm gonna read that part again. Carl Jung, 1959, warned that the unindividuated psyche mistakes the ego for the self and thereby externalizes its inner governance onto others. This is how a lot of brothers are showing up, but not just brothers, women too. They do this as well. Now, in relational space, this produces what could be called the romantic authoritarian, a lover, guru, or visionary who preaches intimacy but practices dominion. Is that not the brother that was just... Where's Derek Jackson? Can we put him back on? This is literally how his story played out. Play it again.
And now the woman that you neglected has become the woman you can't reach. Because when she tried to tell you that she needed more from you, you turned the tables on her like she was asking for too much or stressing you out, or you just snapped out until it felt like she was tiptoeing around your emotional landmines. And eventually she decided the payout ain't worth the potential explosion and tiptoe right out of your life. Because it's never loud when a woman mentally checks out. It's in those "I'm good" responses that replace the long explanations about how the behavior made her feel. And that "I'm good" is just code for "I'm gone." And ain't no love bombing your way back into her good graces. Now that renewed interest...
Listen, I even heard they back together. I heard they broke up and they back together. Oh my goodness. Wisdom. Wisdom is about conquering your inner demons. We talked about Joseph Campbell, the hero's journey, leaving your home, which is your known, and coming back transformed, familiar yet different. See, lacking integration, right? Such a person wields control as compensation for their internal fragmentation. Listen, I'm as fragmented as any one of you guys out there. I'm not perfect. I probably failed 10 times more than the average guy. And I'm still falling. I thought about it this morning. I was going to pull the parachute. I'm still falling. I was going to pull the ripcord. So I'm not here to say I'm better than or I understand more. What I'm saying is we want to get what we didn't get in childhood so bad that manipulation and performing in a robotic, mechanistic way in order to get what we want seems easier than it is to be present with our wounds, present with our partners, right? Just being the truth of who you are is a real hard thing to do for a lot of people, both men and women. And as long as we can secure what it is that we need, we think we have the energy to keep up the charade. I've got callers on the line from all over the country. Are we ready? Oh, okay, we'll get them on the other side. This is about to be deep. Oh, compensation for their fragmentation. Their spirituality becomes managerial. Their tenderness, supervisory. Oh my goodness. Drawing on the collapse of control, this archetype confuses safety with possession. Right? That's why monogamy is such a big thing. And monogamy is just the sweet way of saying, I own you. Oh my God. Because the unconscious remains split, right, in two separate spaces, the nervous system equates proximity with power. Control becomes an emotional prosthetic, right? An attempt to hold together what inner coherence has yet to be achieved. Dr. David R. Hawking's 2001 map of consciousness would calibrate this vibration between fear and pride. That's where most of us are operating. That's where hisdom makes sense. Brother, you can't be in her playing in her faceable, because you're replaceable if you playing in her faceable. Wisdom. We need wisdom in the relationship, and wisdom is difficult to cultivate. When we come forward, here we go. We're going to get to the phone lines. Denver, Oakland, and Houston. Is this making sense? Is this making sense to y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up? We appreciate everybody hitting that like button. Thank you. Oh no, stay there. I can't lose that. Cause I gotta do that shit. ESPN. I knew they was gonna come back. I just fucking knew it. There's no way they couldn't. I knew that was gonna happen. How's that motherfucker doing? And then he comes. I knew he was gonna roar back. Crazy. All right, I need one more caller. Let's get in here. Come on, y'all. One more caller. We gonna run through these calls. Your throat's, what the fuck is, who? Attila, what is happening? What is happening? Well, you first got to hear the topic before you get the number. They're gonna put the number. The number is in the chat, but tap into the topic. She turned, cause listen, I was over here looking for my next little piece of what I want to say, and boy. Eric ugly self. Oh yeah. This is sounding like Prima Move. Prima Move. You know.
Healthiest relationships and marriages, it will not only bring out the best version of you, but what people don't often reveal is that it will also bring out the worst version of you. In order for the best version of yourself to emerge, the worst version of yourself must exit the premises. And usually in your healthiest relationships, the reason why many spouses can say that the other person has saw the worst in them is because they felt safe and secure enough to allow the person, the things, the habits, the proclivities that have been suppressed and hidden for so long to come out from hiding, because they trust the other person won't leave when they see the worst version of themselves. In your healthiest marriages and even relationships, the worst of you has to come out in order for the best version of you to ever emerge. And when you're with the right person, they will love you and they will love the worst version of you because they know your heart and they know the best version of you has yet to arrive to the scene.
Wait a minute. I got a little confused there. I was listening. I'm going to say that's wisdom. Maybe he just didn't have the words to tie it all the way in, but I'm going to say that was wisdom. Okay, but yeah, he was right. Relationships, the ones that matter, yeah, you're going to see the ugliest side of your partner. And he was saying that one partner has to feel safe enough to even show you that. Yeah, I approve of that message. I'm going to the phone lines right now. I mean, the clips got me triggered. I don't know what to expect. We heard a bunch of hisdom, and that was the first piece of wisdom. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sean, Oakland, California. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Really quickly, talk to me.
I'll be quick, but Zoe, when you have someone that you are absolutely in love with truly, and they are your better half, and you're actually doing the things that you need to do to make sure that she understands this. All these other things, don't let them interfere. Don't let them interfere because, if you're really going to communicate, which is what everything is all about, communication.
Right.
Everything. Make sure you let your better half or the person you really want to be there with understand what you're saying and communicating. Because if you do that, you probably have a long relationship going on.
I believe you. I believe you. Sean, guess what you just did, my friend?
Oakland, brother, I love it.
Town business. Oakland in the house. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. You know the routine. You know the deal. You know how to get in here. 1-800-920-1580. We got more callers on the line. Cali Soul. Denver, Colorado. What up, what up, what up? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? You don't like it? I know. I know.
What are y'all doing?
Working on your soul, whether you know it or not, Callie.
Absolutely.
Oh, and thank you for the little oatmeal container. I got it.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you can utilize it.
I will.
Very good. Now, can I say what Andy said off air, on air?
Well, long as he wasn't cursing, but yes, you can say it.
Okay. Andy had said that he was, he thinks that, or do you want to say it, Andy?
No, you say it. You got him.
Yes. He said that he thinks that they should be able to tell us when they meet us or soon after, rather than having to take us out on a date, y'all should be able to
Wait,
let us know,
and
like,
Andy said you messing up his words. So Andy, come in here and say what you said. Now people need to hear it, Andy.
Now?
Andy's he's gonna say it again. Here we go, Andy.
Okay.
Generally speaking, women probably don't like to hear the straightforwardness.
You said women like lies over the truth.
Absolutely.
Talk to me, Andy.
Oh, my bad. Y'all would like a nice little sweet lie as opposed to us coming just straightforward. I don't know too many women that would want the straightforwardness. I mean, I'll take that back. You guys want the straightforwardness, but you guys want it packaged beautifully.
Okay. All right. As a woman, as a grown woman, Lord have mercy, grown chocolate woman. Come on now. Is he right though?
He is absolutely right, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to be right about.
Andy done gave himself the keys. He done gave himself the keys.
I wish Mimi was up in here tonight because this is gonna help my sister out because she and I on the same accord when it comes to this.
I'm listening.
The same way y'all want to be able to tell us that, we would love for y'all to reveal what's going on with the package. Because we don't want our time wasted. Do you got the meat that make me want to have a seat? Now, if you're going to ask me a question like what you're going to ask, Andy, can I ask you that? And will you be honest?
You can ask me that, but you're probably going to be disappointed in the response.
That's cool, but, then okay, I can move on with my life. You ain't got to pay for no date or go on no long walk in the park holding my hand, and we both save time, right?
Absolutely.
Especially if that's all the relationship is predicated on. And if that's the case, we can just go down to Figueroa.
Well, now wait a minute. that's not what.
But that, do you see?
Piece of
Yes.
it. I absolutely see that, but there is that piece of it. But it sounds like what he's saying is like there's some times that you're really not going to be interested in the woman either way. You just want to, get your rocks off and keep it pushing.
Wait, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. This is good. Oh, they done triggered Andy. Andy done triggered the callers. It's total mayhem up in the VOR. When we come forward, more from Denver, Colorado. Let's get it. Boy. Man. What in the entire fuck? What is going on? I'm over here choking.
Couple things, generally speaking.
I heard you. Come on, Andy, keep going.
We weren't really taught to love or how to love.
Who wasn't?
Men, generally speaking.
You got to say that on the air.
I know people are in the chat.
We got to have, yes.
You feel me? I just think that's just one aspect, right?
You saying men weren't taught.
Men weren't, or it's not pushed.
I'm going to say men and women weren't taught how to love.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I think we give women too much credit. Like, by default, they know how to love.
Okay.
And they don't.
Okay.
If they got an unloving mama, they're not loving.
Ooh. Okay.
Or an unloving daddy, they're not loving.
I'm with you. And then
that goes both ways.
What was the last part she just said? What did she say at the last part? She said something at the last part before we went to break. That's what I really wanted to comment on. I think it was something about love. Oh, she said that we don't love women.
Ooh, she said that?
Or because a lot of the times all we want is sex, that we truly don't love women. It goes back to what I said initially, I think, because
I think men are generally intolerant of women. We don't speak their language, right? We don't seek to try to understand them.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I give you that.
We never tried to understand our mama.
Shit.
But we accepted mama as she was because she mama. Other aunties didn't get the same level of acceptance that mama got. Aunties, hey, auntie, one more lazy nigga out your mouth.
Which in turn makes us, we don't know how to love ourselves either.
Hey, this is a conversation right now. Woo, keep going. Tapped in. She said, you don't like what you can't control as men. Ooh. You just triggered me, ran away the love of my life with negativity. See? I know. Listen, I be out here telling the truth. Women don't like what they can't control. Lady, call in. Miss Edie, call in. Call in. 1-800-920-1580. Call in.
Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
Yo, y'all gotta call in. Give her the number 1-800-920-1580. Zoe just got here. Love from Alabama. Come on, man. Which one are you? Roll Tide or War Damn Eagle? WDE.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So William. Reason and accountability. The voice of reason. An avoidance Achilles heel is really inconsideration. If you really think about it, it's just inconsideration. Like, that is one of the things that when they go to therapy, when they seek intervention, when they try to heal in their journey, like that's one of the topics that need focus, consideration, because avoidance by nature love to like leave out information, leave gaps, leave things for you to interpret, because they like the ability to pivot. Their whole thing is their ability to pivot. They want to change their mind without having to check in, to talk to you, to ask for permission, ask for approval. They want to just be able to operate on their own type of time. Their thing is they're maintaining their independence. And so if they want to go out with friends, best believe they're only going to tell you that, like, hey, we're going out.
I want to answer this, but I think it might drop.
We're super low key. We're going to McDonald's. Like, we're just going to go and, like, get some.
Hey, that's attached with Antonio. And yes, he was in his car. He was dropping some jewels. Man, tonight's top, let me tell you something. It is an absolute psychological, psycho-spiritual riot going on in the chat. The chat, I wish everybody who could hear the sound of my voice could experience this chat, because they're going crazy. There, people calling in, people having breakthroughs. It's really going down. Tonight's topic: when we're unhealed, it's okay. Listen, we're unaware. But what we are aware of is desire. And we are equipped with tools to get them. The tools are strategy, right? They're strategic tools. They're manipulative tools, right? From an analytic, psychological standpoint, this control-based romantic authoritarianism we've been talking about expresses the inflation of the persona and repression of the shadow. The persona performs enlightened presence. The shadow manipulates outcomes to avoid vulnerability. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, relationships are designed to break you down and reveal you to you. And you take responsibility and start the individuation process, the healing process. It's a lifelong process. You're never going to be done. But if you're continuously 10 toes down, devoted to that process, you're getting better every day. The better you get, the less you rely on manipulation, on control. Listen to what I'm saying here. I'm going to make a distinction. We've got to change it from control to design. Presence has to meet this ability to design the kind of relationship we really want. Fear and ego keeps us in control mode. I got to hold on. I got to manipulate. I got to make sure that this never gets away. But you understand? So now control turns into precision design, right? We're building this thing. Now, control is no longer a prison, a psycho-spiritual prison where, oh, I feel trapped by my partner. It's now the vertebrae, the spine of the intimate relationship. Relationship without that spine has no direction, has no purpose. It dissolves. My granddaughter calling. Sorry. Anyway, it has no purpose. Do you see? So what we're trying to do is merge all of this together. When you have an unhealed person, they're going to seek to perform and do everything they need to do in order to keep you locked in order to keep you interested, right? Do you see? But when you have someone who is on this individuation process, now relationship starts to look a little different. We're designing with purpose in mind, right? Oh, this is deep. We got so many people calling in. The phone lines are absolutely jacked. We got Charlotte, North Carolina, Denver, Colorado, Houston, Texas, Mississippi, and New York. We in the building right now. Let me get everybody on. Let's go back to Cali Soul and get Cali Soul's final thought. Am I making any semblance of sense here right now?
You absolutely are what I call what people who show up and get the performing with a script in their back pocket, but they don't let you know any of the script, but they do have one in their pocketbook or in their back pocket. I call it the pandering panda.
The who?
The pandering panda. Pandering panda.
The pandering panda.
That's the pandering panda. And one thing I recognize now about my journey, at least, and I'm sure a lot of other folks will too. Once your wings have spread and they dry, you can't tuck them back in the box. So you see the pandering panda, and you recognize you have the choice whether or not to move forward with that person or not.
Right.
Now, in regards to what Andy was saying, I was just saying this. We're all human, male and female.
Right.
We all have sexual desires.
Yes.
It's been a moot topic for women to have the same amount of sexual drive as men.
Right.
But realistically, it's just that society has told us to shut up about our sexuality.
It's true. It's true. But I also believe sex leads a lot of the relationship interaction. Meaning doesn't really lead. If you talk to most people, when we talk intimacy, they usually default to sex. They don't understand that looking you in your eye is intimacy. Listening to you is intimacy. Do you understand what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Walking with you, right?
Yeah.
That's intimacy. Right? Let's synchronize our breath. That's intimacy.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that, though. You're talking about something that even that is rare. Go ahead, finish.
I think that sometimes with this sexual tension comes this brain fog. And sometimes as humans, we just need to get the sex out the way, whether it's with the person that you actually are trying to know.
Wait, hold on, pimp. Hold on.
Something to clear your mind.
You gonna give them dessert before dinner?
No. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Help me.
With what Andy's talking about, that's how you end up being that person that's all I come to for.
Right.
And we have an agreement. Like, this is what we do. We just get down.
Right.
But you're not the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You're not the person I want to build with. You're just the person that holds me down in this area.
Ooh.
As humans try to make it seem like, or should I say, in society, we want to act like that doesn't exist, but it exists. It's just, are you in it voluntarily or involuntarily?
And that's until you.
Pick up with one another.
And that's until y'all catch feelings.
I mean,
yeah. Cause when Donkey Kong show up and start knocking them barrels down, you be like, wait a minute, where you going, boo? Wait, don't leave, boo. Huh? Yeah, so you playing a game you don't even know the rules to psycho-spiritually.
That's playing a game, though.
It is.
That's playing a game.
Let me tell you something. You can't escape meaning for a moment. Meaning is encoded in the moment. Every moment you trivialize, there is meaning inscribed on it. And it don't hit you until you got to walk away from it. Ooh, oh yeah. You want me to bring you back to reality? You want to play games with me? Huh?
I've experienced that as well, where it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it was just this, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keep playing with the moment and see don't it come back and haunt you. That's all I got to say. The moment is like a boomerang. Ain't no throwaway moments, child. Okay, you know I love you. Guess what you just did, my love? Denver, Colorado is in the building. You want to bring your city in the building? All you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. We got all sisters on the line. Let's get them in here. Let's go. Attila, Houston, Texas. You're up next. What are your thoughts? Yeah. All right, let me get out your way. Go ahead.
I can't say the N word on the radio, but I'm gonna say this. Look, as far as these situations with these men on these dates, they know their face card is going to decline before the Amex declines. That's what this is about. I'm sorry. I haven't seen a lot of Googles and dudes really complain in the way that some of these other men do. And it's no shade. I mean, like, you look how you look. Change that.
You just said their face card is declined. You said it ain't no shade. What?
It ain't no shade. I mean, some of y'all, you know, I'm just saying, you might be shooting outside your price range, my boy. But, like,
wow.
To be honest, I don't see how you can complain in being so transactional over someone's body. You understand that sex is an exchange. It is a spiritual, physical, emotional, mental exchange. And you're okay with doing that, right? But you're not okay with doing the work that it takes to investigate if this person is even worth risking what it is that you're risking. You're opening yourself emotionally. That's crazy. But that's neither here nor there. The next thing, as far as the wisdom versus wisdom is going to tell you to heal. Your wisdom is going to tell you to convert.
Come on. Keep going. You got it. Come on.
Because at the end of the day, we want to convert other people to our point of view. Our lame way of thinking. The same way of thinking that keeps you stuck, you would rather convert other people to that instead of expand past whatever limitations you have based on your wounds. That's the end all be all at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I don't be so hard for people. I'm not saying I don't have any compassion, but a lot of times these situations that people have, they're not black and white in the way that they make it seem, and that's for men and for women, right? And so depending on what your level of understanding is of yourself, that's how you're going to communicate with that other person, right? So if there's something in me that I have yet to really discover, let's say it has something to do with a past abuse in childhood, if I have yet to really reconcile that within myself, what am I going to be like with that other person when it comes to anything of intimacy? I'm going to be defensive, right?
Right. Yes.
You get the idea. So this is why we run from the person that's more like a counselor, a seer, somebody who can really tell you about yourself. You don't want that. You want the person that's
wait,
easy.
Attila, hold tight. You missing the whole other piece. Do you know how sexy the healing counselor archetype is? You come into their life, you see a little something, you start sharing some wisdom. Next thing you know, they want a little piece. They want a piece of the counselor. They get some of the counselor.
Yes, when she was talking about like women and how like, you know, obviously we're sexual beings too, 100%. I definitely think that we can smash and not have feelings for y'all, and I think that's oftentimes like some of the saddest realizations for men, because your ego has told you she gonna catch feelings, she gonna catch such. She might not. It depends. How damaged are you and how damaged is she?
Good for us.
Andy said, "Good for us."
Andy, you frontin'.
Yeah.
This is radio. Come on now, chill out.
You like the performative acts. That's why you attract performative women. You like that because that gives you something to feel worthy about yourself. You feel like I did something, but you didn't. You didn't do anything. This is why are always going to end the same way until you get that lesson. And I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to myself as well.
Ooh, we on fire tonight. We're on absolute fire. The voice of reason is crazy tonight. We got callers everywhere, niece. You know I got to bounce, but guess what you just did?
You.
Guess what you did? Houston, Texas is in the building. We just lost Nikki from the SIP. Nikki, get back in here. I need you. Listen, when we come forward, we're going to NYC and we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's get it. Hey, call back, Nikki. She love you, boy.
No, I know. But I'll say this, though. I agree with everything that Attila says.
Attila be cooking, man.
If I'm looking for that person. If I'm 19, 20, 21, I'm just trying to bust some nut.
Hey, but guess what though, Andy? We 40s.
Oh, so you talking about the older heads is what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
But can a 40-year-old
But even the youngsters,
too,
even the youngsters are gonna get caught up on that fun shit. I'm telling you, as an older head, man, if I could go back and do shit different, I would.
But that was also part of your learning too, though, right?
It was, but
so we gotta.
In hindsight, boy,
from time to time, though.
Man, put it this way, by the grace of God, that's all I can say is by the grace of God. Me at 34?
You was wilding out.
My guy.
But you wasn't looking for anything crazy deep at that age, though, were you?
Man, it was all deep. I can tell you, it was all deep.
Okay, what is deep?
It was all meaningful.
Your experiences?
Listen, this is how I would come into a motherfucker's life. You remember that scene from the original Batman when they're in the museum?
That's so freaking old.
And Batman come through the ceiling and break through the glass?
Okay.
That was me in everybody's life.
Wilding.
I was wilding.
You was a nigga I had to...
It was like, can you imagine being in like 6 or 7 relationships that are deep and meaningful
at the same time?
At the same damn time.
It's niggas like you that fucked up the
nigga. I was.
That's why the voice of reason.
Listen, I was Juice Wayne.
Juice Wayne?
Juice Wayne. Do you understand?
Oh, you was a cold brother. Okay.
God damn, it was crazy.
Okay, so.
It was nuts. I was out of fucking control. Exactly, Tapped In. Hey, listen, I ain't hiding. Out here tripping. But in my 30s, I was way wilder. My God, in my 30s, it was a mess. We know we was there. That's because y'all family. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't have been there. As you said, because you lost a connection or because you lost the illusion of certain... Come on, Lloyd. Exactly, yes. Yes, the conversation is good book.
The biggest red flag in relationships. If they are constantly overestimating their capacity and saying they will do certain things but end up not showing up, this is a sign that they struggle to face their own truth. What does that mean to you? You have to really have a good relationship with honesty. just be able to say what you can do and what I can't do. I think that's one of the key things about relationships is both people understanding that I am the creator of my own happiness. I can't make my wife happy. I can do my best to add joy to her life. I can do my best to support her happiness, but ultimately happiness is a mindset that you need to cultivate within yourself. And once you do cultivate that, you have a much clearer sense of like, what are my boundaries? You know,
Diego Perez. That's who's speaking. And that is wisdom. So I see how the clips are running. We started with hisdom, and now we're transitioning into wisdom, and I love this. I love this. Andy said something to me during the break that was quite meaningful. I had a chance to pontificate on it. Andy was like, all the stuff that you went through when you were younger, if you changed any of it, you wouldn't be who you are now. Like, you wouldn't be the voice of reason. You kind of had to go through all of that stuff. And I totally agree with that sentiment. Yeah. Even though I said I was telling Andy, like, yeah, I would change certain things because there were certain things that I felt like I didn't have to go through. But Andy, gave me some wisdom while I was kicking that hisdom, and he's 100% right. I got to give Andy his flowers on that. Let's get these callers in here. Charlotte, North Carolina, Gina is on the line. Gina, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Hello, Gina. Gina. Well, hold on. Gina, are you there?
I'm still with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, Gina. So listen, you can't be on speakerphone or Bluetooth. You just got to be on your phone.
I'm not on speaker or Bluetooth.
And there's no profanity. We're on talk radio in Los Angeles, California. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's topic.
So 2 things. You just made a comment in reference to if you had what you are. But there are so many people who learn through observation. You don't have to participate in certain things to gain wisdom and knowledge from it.
Right.
So when you were saying, you were dating or Batman or whatever, 7 different people at one time.
Right.
It didn't take all 7 for you to have the experience that you had.
Right.
And how did those relationships end? Chances are they slowly tinkered off and you may have changed the roster. Like you may have filtered in when the other one started, falling back a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So you tend to, as females, we tend to recognize BS.
Right.
And we decide what we're going to put up with and what we're not going to put up with.
Right.
And one thing I can say through my experience, I went into relationships knowing it's not just me and this person, but the moment he starts lying to me about certain things where he doesn't have to lie, I'm no longer interested. So when we talk about sexual desires, being turned on and having, the turned off part is what we talk about.
Ooh, the turned off part.
Turned off from someone that you were so wanting to be with. And that's something done on the end of the other person.
Yes. Yeah.
And you don't say anything. Like, I've sat back and watched a guy go and put a note on someone else's car while I'm in another car waiting. And I'm like, this is easy. And do he really look at me and think I'm this naive? Or does he just not care? Like, he thinks he's that.
Right. Playing games.
So I started writing down things and behaviors that I was not okay with while my feelings were still attacked in order to get my feelings unattacked.
Wow. You did a breakup journal.
We would be on the phone talking. Listen, we would be on the phone talking, and I'm reading my notes so I can remind myself who I'm talking to.
Wow.
And when I was done, I was done. And he had no clue.
That's good. I like that. I love it.
I feel like we are responsible for ourselves. We are responsible for that broken heart. We're responsible. We're not responsible for the other person outside of what we choose to deliberately do to deceive them to deliberately hurt them just to get from them. But we're not responsible for their behavior. We're not responsible for their happy. If I got to make you happy, then I'll be blaming when you're not happy. I am not taking that on to myself.
Right.
It's not happening.
Right.
So I need you happy, and I'm going to be happy, and we can come together and we can be in that joy. And then if you're in a bad mood, go over there and sit in the corner. You don't even have to leave the house. Just go somewhere else with that.
Go somewhere else with that. Go to the other side. Gina, let me say this. I appreciate your soul, your spirit, your wisdom. We enjoyed you thoroughly. Guess what you just did? Wait, you don't know? Okay, I'll tell you what the rule is. When I say, guess what you just did, you say, I brought Charlotte, North Carolina in the building. Hey, Gina, guess what you just did?
I brought Charlotte, North Carolina in the building.
Hey, Charlotte is in the building. We appreciate Gina. I felt like I was on an episode of Martin. When we come forward, we go into the Big Apple. I already know New York finna turn up. I said finna. New York is about to be lit tonight. When we come forward, we going to NYC. So, this is what y'all got to learn about Zoe. There are bits and pieces and moments throughout this show where, listen, I don't mind being transparent about my shortcomings. You know, about the flaws in my own character. I don't mind being, you know, open about that. The reason why I do that is because what I learned or what I picked up from Krishnamurti would always say, if you watch any of his videos or any of his lectures, he's always saying, we're doing this together or we're not doing it at all. And I also learned from Dr. Mark Goulston. Dr. Mark Goulston, being a clinical psychiatrist, right? He would say, he was like, when you're holding like a AA meeting circle, what do they call those groups? Whatever the 12-step program might be, right? He was like, whenever you're in a 12-step or AA meeting or any kind of 12-step program, he said what happens is, he said it's very difficult for the people you want to talk if you guys don't have a similar experience. He said it's called disclosure reciprocity, where if somebody in the group exposes something hella deep and traumatic that they've been through, it makes other people who have experiences that are equal to that go, damn, if he can talk about it, I can talk about it. So I bring that to the radio. And the reason why I bring that to the radio is because I don't want nobody to be enamored by articulation. That's something that has plagued the Black community for such a long time. If somebody can speak well, if somebody can articulate well, you get caught up, right? You get caught up in the charisma, right? Oh, that was deep. That was, if you give language to an issue that people are going through, if, I knew, I didn't have the words for, but you just said something that actually put words to an experience. Do you get what I'm saying? That I have had for a long time. I just didn't have the words for it. What happens with a lot of people is because you give them the languaging and the framing, the linguistic framing, they follow you for that. And I don't want people to follow me. Krishnamurti said, we doing it together or we not doing it at all. So to keep people from getting caught up in, oh, he's articulate, he's smart, he's this or that, I have to let people know, like, nah, man, what you're not going to do is pedestalize me when you and I are on the same level. Do you understand what I'm saying? You and I are on the same level. That's what's important to me. We're on the same level, on the same journey. If we weren't on the same journey, we wouldn't be on the same channel right now because this content wouldn't resonate. Wouldn't make sense. You guys heard me talk about this on the Zoe Web Morning Show when I explained our leaders are no different than the products we buy at the corner store, at the bodega, at the AM/PM, at the Circle K. We buy something that is packaged and presented as a perfect product so they can maximize, right, your consumption, right? So guess what? The leaders have to be packaged in a way that looks like a Pepsi. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? The leaders are packaged that way. They're packaged in a flawless way. And I'm trying to tell y'all, ain't nobody flawless. Ain't nobody flawless. Ain't nobody flawless. Least of all me. So when I get up here, yeah, I think they're trolls. When I get up here, you hear everybody talking about I'm a brand. Oh, you gonna mess up my brand. I hear people say that. I say, nigga, Pro Kids is more famous than you then. Pro Kids got a bigger brand than you. Come on. I hope this is making sense though, right? That's Andy. That's you. Yeah.
Every misinterpretation is a confession. When people twist your words, that is their reflection, not yours. If I say something neutral and you hear shade, that's not me being shady. That's you being in defense mode. The question is, why? If I try to address an issue with you and you take it as an attack, That is not me attacking you. That is you wrestling with the truth. Again, why? That's the part that really bothers me, the lack of curiosity. Folks don't ask questions. They don't seek clarity. Instead, they jump straight to negative intent. Don't project bad character on me. I've never shown up that way. I'm not going to all of a sudden be that person. Folks make assumptions, and those assumptions come from their fears and insecurities, their intentions and motives. The misinterpretation is just a spotlight. They're projecting, thinking you're telling me about me, but really you're telling on yourself. That's why I don't get defensive anymore. I just listen. How you hear me shows me exactly who you are. And that's all I need to know.
Monique Coleman, the wisdom is flowing. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful little play my niece got going right now.
Sounds like Eric.
This good. Eric knew to steer clear. He knew to steer clear of tonight's conversation because this is one of those call-out talks. Right? Unhealed, controlling, authoritarian. Healed, open, present, allowing energy. Oh, we got another caller on the line. I want to get him in here right now. What's Miss
Edie.
Miss Edie from NYC, New York, New York. What up? Hey, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? City so nice they had to name it twice.
I want to say I followed you on Corey Holcomb, so I followed
No cussing.
you because I think you are very intelligent,
Thank
and
you.
I like the different guests that you have on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. So,
You're welcome.
did you have something to say about tonight's topic?
Of course. So I typed in earlier that I was in a relationship with a person that loved me, and I screwed it up because I lived in a house that was challenged with love.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You're the one in the chat that said you ran him away. Okay, let me just say this real quick. There's no profanity on the air. I just wanted, because I could feel it. I felt it in your spirit, like I wanna cuss. But no, you're good. Go ahead.
No.
All right, Miss Edie.
So I'm writing a book, and I just got out of a Zoom with my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told them we all have to tell our secrets so we can unburden the trauma that we carry.
Okay.
And so when I say I lived in a house that was challenged with love, I had a mother whose mother, my grandmother, would beat them. And it all comes from slavery, right?
Right.
So we're all supposed to learn and grow, but if you're carrying trauma, how can you do that?
Right.
So I watched a mother, and my mom is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a mother belittle her husband. Right? And so even though you don't want to do those things, you pick up the traits of the person who's supposed to show you how you're supposed to live.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really used to disrespect my partner. And one day he told me, he was like, I don't have to put up with this. And he left.
Wow. And when you say disrespect, are you saying verbally?
Yeah, like always having an attitude or always trying to prove myself. Like one time he said, let me be the man.
And your response to that was?
I don't know. It probably was something negative because this is what I have seen all of my life.
You
like
modeled that in your... Right. Yeah, you modeled that in childhood. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray and I ask God to guard my tongue and my responses. So I understand that men and women carry trauma and we're all perfectly imperfect.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't sit here and just blame men all night long. Like, it's 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so if we're willing to heal, we have to seek help.
It sounds like you're on the journey. It sounds like you're on the path. I'm so overwhelmed that you called, because it takes courage to get on the air and kind of just say, you know, I was at fault. I did this. I ran the love of my life away, and I recognize that it comes from my childhood. That is a humongous step in the right direction. Please share more if you have more to share.
Yes, so I'm doing it because someone said on social media the other day to share your secrets. And so in my book club tonight, one of the authors said that she's afraid to tell her stories. And I said, you have to, because souls are attached to us.
Huh.
And all of our experiences were divinely designed. You know, I heard you say, if you could go back. I don't want to go back. I'm 57, and the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience, if I went back to 25, I couldn't take it with me.
Right.
So I thank God that I'm alive, and I'm writing my book, and I'm going to share my secrets. Hopefully save souls.
And hopefully save souls. I hear you. Yes. I am so pleased and happy with this call. This was amazing. Listen, you can call in anytime you want. We do this every day, Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. I know it's late over there in NYC, but we appreciate this call to the highest level. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to tell me what?
New York City is in the house.
There we go. Hey, Miss Edie, guess what you just did?
I brought New York City into the house.
New York is up in the building. We appreciate the call. You already know how it is when we come forward. Zoe Williams, get ready to land this plane. Let's get it. It's like that, Don. It's good. Now, Miss Tapped In, I don't know why you hung up. No, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And you have no idea, just like writing that book can inspire people. Being on the radio, man, the airwaves, man, all the podcasts, it's all over the place. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be tapped into what you're saying. And that meant a lot. God bless your healing. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you, Ariel. No, it was a great call. Lloyd was cooking. Hey, Lloyd, I want to thank you, brother, for that random, you sent a random Cash App the other day, man, over the weekend, or just thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Brother, I appreciated you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, man, listen, Andy, you wildin' on the playlist tonight. Come on. The one? No. Oh, he's the perfect man? No. He really likes me. This is going to be my Prince Charming? No. This is how you need to go into dates. I am the main character. They must like me 10 times more. And my standards are going to stay high. If they can't reach them, it's not a match. That's how you avoid narcissists. By loving yourself and having the highest of standards and going into everything with a goal instead of rose-colored glasses. And now, it's nice to have rose-colored glasses about other things, but not relationships where you don't know the person and you don't know their intentions. Other things that you are more in control of. But for random strangers that you're just meeting, or for a man you're getting into a relationship with who has their own personal intentions, you can't go in there like that. It's like chess, not checkers. And you must go in with the advantage because you're playing in an unfair world. Well, you gotta like me times 10 and you gotta be spending money and you gotta be able to buy. That's our advantage. Our beauty is our currency. Our beauty is our current. Listen, we started with hisdom. We can't end with hisdom. Our beauty is our currency. What? Oh my God. My spirit was just getting good. I was vibing with the music. And then the hisdom comes in. Oh my God. Let's land the plane. Wisdom versus hisdom. Doesn't the Bible have a scripture about not leaning on your own understanding? That's hisdom. That lady that was just talking, whoever that was speaking hisdom. Our beauty is our currency. So that means you have a fiat currency that will return to zero once you age. All fiat currencies that have ever existed throughout the world have all returned to zero value. So you put an expiration date on your value based on your age by saying our beauty is our... It's hisdom. It's not wisdom. The mirrored dance, control, and presence in a relationship. When two individuated beings, right, or two beings that are on the path of individuation begin to interact, each become both mirror and metronome to each other's nervous system. Control can be a good thing in a relationship. Control as structure, right? Boundaries, timing, right? Nonviolent, non-judgmental communication, right? Descartes, he called it the geometry of clarity. Presence as flow. Empathy, spontaneity, surrender. Krishnamurti's topology of course, choiceless awareness. Are you listening? When we heal, our relationships become healthier. But what you experience as a healthier relationship is one that is less confined, one that is freer in essence, in flow, in feeling, in connection. The healed relational field functions as a bilateral feedback loop. It transitions from egoic, fear-based, right, trauma-based control, right, into precision, right? The precision turns into these structures that we talked about, right? What structures? The structures of, right, not control, but precision. Boundaries, timing, non-judgmental, non-violent communication. These are structures now that allow us to flow in and out of this healthy relationship, right? The healed relational field functions as a bilateral feedback loop. Precision protects vulnerability. Vulnerability refines precision. The logic of love becomes recursive. Precision equals safety. Safety equals presence. Presence equals trust. Then there's deeper control through shared intention, higher presence. Thus, the dialectic stabilizes into a harmonic feedback loop. The interpersonal expression of Schrodinger's negative entropy, right? Love persists not by freezing chaos, but by circulating order through openness. You can't be open if you're hoping. When you're broken, you're always in a state of hoping that somebody will come in and open you up. You can't be open while you're holding on to an identity co-authored by a wound. That's what makes you a controller, male or female. Do you understand? Do you understand? A user, a gaslighter, a manipulator. You couldn't give up the wound if you tried because you think the wound and you are the same being. And they're not. Understand? The logical bridge from fear to foresight. Control is the psyche's attempt to compensate for uncertainty. Your mama and them taught you uncertainty. And so now certainty is a demand. You got to be consistent. I'm a human being. You're asking for me to be exactly, do you understand? Presence transforms uncertainty into curiosity. When fear transfigures into foresight, control evolves into design. What are we building with this love? And I'm not talking about a home. I'm not just talking about a family. I'm talking about internally. What old scaffolding are we ripping down, and what freer designs are we building collectively within our spirit? Do you understand? The healed mind doesn't command outcomes. It coordinates Communication maximizes meaning not through noise elimination, but through optimum constraint. Likewise, intimacy requires enough structure to sustain flow without suffocating it. You want the best relationship of your life, but you have the worst one with yourself because you've identified with wounds, and then you try to hide the wounds while relying on the wound's leadership in your life. You don't want to be seen as wounded, but the wound is the leader of your life. And that's why you're controlling. Listen, I started the conversation. It's really up to you to finish it. I'm the voice of reason. I do this all the time. We'll be back here tomorrow with another slapper. We love all the callers. It was all sisters and only one brother. We appreciate the calls. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another slapper. Deuces! Come on, Pasadena! I hope it made sense. I hope there was some kind of meaning in that. I hope we got something out of that. All right? Deuces.